The Arakawa River flows through Tokyo from neighboring Saitama Prefecture. Authorities worry that it may bring chaos to the metropolitan area in the event of heavy rain. October 2019 marked a close call. Typhoon Hagibis nearly caused the river to break its banks. Water levels almost rose to the level of this bridge in central Tokyo. Simulations show that if the levees came to burst, the water would penetrate Tokyo's subway network. It could threaten to reach as far as Ginza and Tokyo stations at the heart of the capital. Authorities say that in a worst-case scenario, in which the river banks burst near the center of Tokyo, up to 2,000 people could die. This railway bridge over the Arakawa River is a key location in the fight to prevent flooding.
最高で水位が上がった時にこの鉄橋まであとどれぐらいだったんですか？
ちょうど段差の下ぐらいまで来てたと思います。
The embankment at this point under the bridge stands around 3 meters lower than the intended level. That's because of a phenomenon called subsidence, which leads the ground to sink. Engineers managed to raise other parts of the levee, but the portion below the bridge remains at the same level. Officials fear this is the very location where the Arakawa River could break its banks. Local water authorities have tried to plug the gap by placing sandbags along the lower portions of the levee, but that's merely a stopgap measure. The central government has a different solution in mind. It wants to relocate the railway altogether. The plan is to build a new bridge further upstream and remove the current one. This would allow the bank to be raised to the desired level. The complex project is expected to take years, and in the meantime, residents are left exposed.
この土のうもですね、完全ではありませんので、地域の皆さんはですね、そういった状況になったら、いち早く避難をするとかですね、対策をしていただければと思います。
Locals are very aware of the risk. Nearly 160 units live in this apartment building. Among them is Kataoka Noriaki. Residents are considering what to do in the event of flooding. The first step is to check the hazard map for the area.
10から15って言ったら何階だ ?5 階ぐらいまで浸水しちゃうってことだよ。
Residents now realize it would be useless to store emergency supplies in the basement. The second floor meeting room, meant to be used as an evacuation shelter, would also be underwater. Kataoka and fellow residents are participating in an evacuation drill at a nearby school. The ongoing pandemic is complicating things further. Evacuees need to practice social distancing, and that's seriously limiting the capacity of evacuation shelters. Kataoka, who lives on the 13th floor of this building, has a plan. He's offering to take in residents from lower floors if necessary.
物置になっちゃってるんですけど、例えば下の階の方がね、どうですか、じゃあお願いしますって言われた時に、この中を片付けて全部出しちゃえば、何人かの方をここにね、一時的に避難できるんじゃないかなと。
Japan is still 2 months away from the end of the typhoon season. Each individual in Tokyo know that for the time being, they'll have to be ready to ride out the storm. Maruyama Rikako, Nippon TV.